Okay, so I'm going to finish off my video from earlier showing how I cleaned out all of my stoneware, my cast iron. As you can see, these are now perfectly clean. I have a pot here that I put some hot water so that I can put some hot water in my pan. I also have my wand here that I used for all of that, but I'm going to now clean my last three pieces. One of them is this one here, which is my big baker. It's very deep. I don't know how many inches it is, but it's very deep. So I made a huge cake in that. And what I'm going to use is my duo cloth to clean this up because it's a bigger job. I could use the glove, but because I already use this for everything else, I'm just going to use this here. So I used exactly the same water again, recycling the same water as I did before, because there's no reason for me to use clean water because I'm going to rinse off with clean water. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up here and show you again. I'm cleaning outside because I want to be able to enjoy my beautiful backyard and not be stuck in the kitchen and using a sink because this doesn't fit in my sink. So I'm going to clean this off and then I'm going to pour the water out and show you that if I can lift it, it's too heavy. I'm going to pour that in my Instapot because I made chili. So see my Instapot here, how there's all this chili residue on the side here. So I'm going to drain this and put it into my cookie sheet. Yes, I'm doing that basically just for the videos. I don't typically do it this way, but I just want to show you how quick and easy it is. And if you see that you didn't get every little piece here, go ahead and go in afterwards and remove whatever is left in your pan. And there we go. No soap, no chemicals, no cleaners, just water. And this was hot water originally. I'm going to drain this in here. And you would do a full rinse again in hot water if you would like. But because I'm outside, I'm going to use my all-purpose cloth and pick up and wipe away all of this that is in my stoneware, so that I then can put this aside with the rest of my other dishes here that I did earlier, and there is nothing left on any of those as well as on here. So now I'm going to move forward and take my pan, the one that I had the beef in it and the fat that was in there. So what I'm going to do is show you that with my spatula. It's a silicone spatula. What I did is I removed the fat that was in my pan in here as much as I could, and it is all now in here. So no worries with putting this down the drain, because you shouldn't put this down the drain. So you're going to take this aside and now decide what you do with it, whether you keep it for your fire pit, light up a fire, or put it in a can and put it in recycling. So I'm going to go back again using this fiber here. So I'm going to add a little bit, let me see if I can add a little bit of water here. I have some fresh water. I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to clean this copper pan. I think it's called the rock copper. So see the black side here? I'm going to flip it over once it is loosened up, because I have not put any water in here yet. This is the first time that I am attempting to clean it, because I first wanted to remove all that oil, right? So I'm going to move over to this other hand here, and then you will be able to see how much oil comes off of this fiber. And I should have got my camera holder here, but basically this is like just the final summary of the kitchen fibers and how they work. So it is so easy to remove and clean. I do not have any Teflon. I don't have any of those cooking utensils or vessels, because I prefer to use something that does not come off and leach into my food. So I prefer to use stainless steel, copper, stoneware, and all that. So I'm going to show you now how much oil is still in that pan when you use the ENJO fiber technology in cold water. So the original color of that basically is this. So see how the color is like that? So that means this is saturated with oil. So what you're going to do now is you're going to wash this out using hot water and orange blossom soap. So because I still have one more pan to do, which is here, I'm going to do that too. So I'm going to take this water, I'm going to put it in here. No, I don't always do this, but I'm only doing this for the video. Slide this in here, get this a little bit closer, and show you again how this fiber here will be able to pick up and remove all that chili that is stuck on the side here of my pan, or my Instapot, I should say. So see that? Look at the color in here. That's the grease underneath, where now the tomato that was on there is sticking to the grease because I'm using cold water. No need for hot water, just some cold water on here. It's actually warm water, which is okay. And this pot sat overnight. It did not get cleaned out. It basically sat overnight, and I'm going to show you how just a little simple moving around of the fiber and the water. It's the water that does the work. It's the fiber technology that grabs, traps, and holds the oils. So it is this easy to do, okay? So I'm going to now show you my fiber and how it looks, but then I'm also going to show you because I can't see the bottom of this dish here, if there is anything left at the bottom, then I will go back in there afterwards. And there we go, check this out. Look at the orange left in this pan, or in this fiber here, after I cleaned out my pan. So I'm going to take this water, and I'll see if I can move it here and dump it. But because I didn't use any soap, I can dump it down my backyard where my plants are, because it is not going to harm anyone or anything, because this is basically food water. It's just food water. See that? Food water that then goes back into nature and not harmful to anyone or anything. Check this out. I will do one more rinse using my fiber to remove the rest of all that. And then why I wanted to do this video outside is because, as you saw, I cleaned my cast iron. I cleaned my copper pan. I'm going to take my all-purpose cloth and wipe this up. Inside, I would do a rinse with hot water, but I'm outside, so I don't need to do that right now. I did my big baker, my loaf, my muffin tin. I haven't done this pan yet, but I will after. So here's what I want to do. I want to show you how in this bucket here, yes, I have a bucket, and down at the bottom I have a jar, or a bowl I should say, that actually was broken before, that I glued. And what I want to do is I want to rinse this off in hot water. So check out what happens when you rinse this ENJO fiber in hot water. So I used a white bucket to show you, so that you can see all of that tomato, all of that color that comes off. So I cleaned, gosh, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 pieces already.